Okay, I'm coming. All right. Hello everybody and welcome to another video, and I hope you enjoyed my little bird demo yesterday, and I had so much fun making that, and it's been so long again since I've been doing these demos, and I'm going to try and get back into it a little bit more now. So to just give you an update, I was working as a receptionist at a hair salon, but I had to unfortunately give that up last week. My parvo stuff kept coming back, and it was just a good idea for me to take a step back from that and focus on other things. And so what I've been doing is, well, I'm studying aromatherapy now, so I want to be an aromatherapist, and so I've got time to study for that. I also have had more time to be able to do this kind of thing and get ready for the Sammamish Arts Fair again this year, and it's our 6th year this year, and we just keep getting bigger and bigger. It's wonderful. What a great experience to just be involved with that, so that's really great. So one of the reasons I'm doing this video today is I've had a couple of questions about my creative process and how I kind of go around doing what I do. It's a really difficult question to answer because for me, when I'm working on my collages, it tends to just come from within me. I don't really think too much about it. This is not going to help you at all. I suppose what I try and do is not stress about what I want it to look like. I don't worry about having straight lines or perfect angles, or I suppose I just get a bunch of supplies, stick them on my table and just go for it. Now, I'm not saying that works every time. Sometimes I do need to plan, but I'm not that kind of person. I think I'm the sort of person that needs to just sit down and hope that something will come to me. And sometimes it doesn't, and I'll leave it and I'll move on to something else. If I could give any advice, I suppose it would be, number one, don't worry too much about it. And just try not to overthink it. I found that if I try and overthink things, it just doesn't happen for me. The other thing, look at what inspires you. Is there a theme? Is there a colour scheme? You know, is there a particular belief that you have? Is there an artist that inspires you? For me, Frida Kahlo is a huge inspiration for me, even though you can't really tell with my whimsical stuff, but I love her work, and now and again I will kind of delve into something a little more, not quite as whimsical. With my digital photo altering, I tend to do things that are maybe not to everybody's taste, but you know, it's something I like to dabble in now and again. The other thing I find that really helps me is I, like you, love to go on YouTube. I love to see what everybody is doing and working on, and you know, I get so much inspiration from other folks and from my students too. I mean, when I teach, I get so many ideas, and we just exchange ideas with each other, and it's such a great thing. So although that may not have helped you too much, just relax and find something that inspires you. It could be anything. I mean, for me, I love birds, obviously, as you can tell, birds and whimsical things. Nature is a big inspiration for me too, and positivity. I love creating things that are positive. I'm definitely not one of those people that, you know, I suppose sometimes when I do the art fair, people come up to me and say, what were you thinking in that moment? What was your thoughts and what were your feelings? I don't know. I suppose I just sit down and enjoy what I do. And I think sometimes people want a really long drawn out story of like, oh, I was feeling so emotional about the cats in the road one day, or a squirrel climbed my tree, and Well, actually, the squirrel thing might be true, but do you see what I mean? It's just something that I enjoy. It's something I don't think too deeply about, to be honest with you, and I just love it. And sometimes that's all you need to get you through and to make something that you like. Okay, that probably just was all gobbledygook here. I tell you what I'll do. I'm going to show you a couple of books that have been very helpful to me lately. Number one, actually I'm going to do this stuff. So for anybody out there that's sort of starting to get into collaging and mixed media, I love Somerset Studio. It's still honestly one of my favourites. This and Cloth Paper Scissors. I think Somerset Studio a little more at the moment for me. You know, you could be into rubber stamping, you could be into collaging, you could be into clay. What's great about mixed media is that you can put all that together, and that's what I do now. So Somerset Studio, it just covers such a whole range of different techniques, and oh my gosh, one of my favourite articles from the, I think this is August, oh so July and August of this year, so the new one will be coming out soon. I love these paper clay dolls. I just think they're so much fun, and this is one of the things I love about Somerset Studio, is that you can get things like that along with collage, along with rubber stamping, cards, tags, pretty much anything, drawing, sketching. Now, I do love these. These are absolutely gorgeous. And I've just started doing stuff like this, and it's funny because I started working on something like this before this came out, so I have a sixth sense, hopefully. So Somerset Studio, just a good staple. It's just a good magazine, and I love it. I've been using it for, well, nearly as long as it's been going, so 15 years. Now, I discovered this book not so long ago. I don't know if it's an old book or not, but I love it. It's called Vision Box. And it's not an expensive book, but it's so chock full of really fun ideas. And basically what it is, it's lots of different boxes for you to create, little shrines, memory boxes. Let me see if I can, there was one in particular that really appealed, and some of them can be miniature, some of them can be full size. This is sweet, like a little love nest box. So if you know someone's getting married, or if you've got an anniversary or something, or even just a friendship, you know, and it just takes you through step by step how to create little boxes of shrines and frames. And let me see if I can find that other one. Oh, where did you go? Why is it the one that you want to find is the last one that you probably find? Okay, there's some couple of kooky ones in here. Okay, I love this one. This is a miniature one. Anyway, if you want to have a dabble in that, a lot of the supplies that you can find for these vision boxes are just lying around your house. You don't even really have to buy anything except for maybe some glues and stuff. But so it's by Design Originals, and it's Mark Montano. I hope I said that right. And it's just a really fun book. It was $16.99, so a really good price too, and it's just really inspiring for creating some 3D works. I'm not going to show you that one, I'll show you that one next time. Okay, so one of the other things I've been doing is just looking at some of my older books. So when 10-12 years ago, when I first started just rubber stamping, one of my wish list books was this, Rubber Stamp Jewellery, and it's years old, and I still love it. And Joel, my hubby, bought me this for Christmas one year, and I never looked back. And this was the book that kind of turned me on to mixed media projects. So although it says rubber stamped jewellery, you think, yeah, rubber shrinky plastic and all that kind of thing. Well, yeah, there is some of that, but it's so artsy, and a lot of you might even already have this book. But you see, this was the pendant that got me into doing my clay. I loved this pendant with polymer clay. I thought that was so wonderful, and it had so much character and full of whimsy, you know. And also my dominoes that I love to do. It was this book again that inspired me to do dominoes, and I'm just going to see if I can find. domino. It's actually on the front, but you have a bigger picture in them. Again, it's going to be the last one I flick to. Let's see. Oh, come on. It's going to be one. You know, I can't find it, but basically it's these. And this is what got me into stamping on dominoes and then painting on dominoes, and then I moved from that on to collaging onto dominoes and then using resin on dominoes. So rubber stamp jewellery, Sherilyn Miller. It's Northlight Books, another good one, and I think it's still at $22.99. I'm sure you can still get it. In fact, what year was it published? It was published in 2003, I think it says there. Yes, 2003. Oh my gosh, that's 9 years ago. My goodness. The other thing that I like to do when I'm working is listen to music. So if you have any music that you really enjoy, then, you know, I love my Putumayo CDs. So Mexico is one of my favourites. Travel the World. World Lounge, that's kind of got a funky beat to it. But of course, because I'm Gypsy Soul Creations, I have to have the Gypsy Caravan Putumayo CD too. And the Sahara Lounge, that's fun. Yeah, so, you know, as I say, all you really need to think about when you're working on a project is just to relax and enjoy the process, and just understand that, you know, sometimes it's not going to get finished in a day. You might need to put it aside and come back to it the next day or the next week. You know, you can always start something new. I have so many projects on the go right now that are not finished. So anyway, I hope that wasn't too long and drawn out for you, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will work on a new demo very soon. And take care, everybody. Okay, bye. Now I have to go turn off the camera. Bye, everybody.